Let me go and find my phone. Actually, let me just do it over here. I'm going to go to Facebook. That is a Facebook. Facebook. It's amazing how entrenched Facebook is in our lives. I was listening to the radio, well, not really the radio, because who does that? I was listening to a recorded radio program, and it was talking about there was some kind of mass shooting in Australia somewhere. Hope if you're in Australia, everything is okay. What's going on there? That's and they were, you know what I didn't do? Well, Windows updates, so just a security update. Restart. They were talking about the firearms laws in Australia and how strict they are. Yeah. This is a liberal news program. Even they said, like, you know, but you have the strictest gun laws in the world. Like, I don't understand what you're going to do. They were saying that, like, so in order to buy a firearm in Australia, you have to have a reason for it. And one of those reasons was hunting and sport shooting, and that they weren't able to use all the time, and they would go and take that away so that people would hear my thoughts on that. Guys, you might not like them, but the reality is guns exist, and the will to commit mass murder is something we should probably try to figure out. Just like we try to figure out serial killers at some point. Got to the point where we're like, we should probably do some research to find out how these things happen, instead of just, you know, burning lives. It's not how to do it. Not how to do it. Not gonna work. Alright, where is my stream? I'm going to share my stream to the on the stream yet. Just give me 1 second. I'm looking up there it is. I'll click on this. Here's my stream. How do I share that? This event! How can I share this event? Share the stream with the Dolphins. My internet is not in love with me right now. It's very, very angry. But I'm attempting to do multiple things. Does anybody know how to... There we go, this is right here. This looks like a share button. I'm going to click it. Not a group. Who else I'm going to get anywhere? Michael Close, you going to come up in here, dog? It's a private group. One moment. One moment, please. One moment, please. Just going to share the stream with a couple of groups. Back over here. Now we got 2 viewers. Hopefully this line up. I'm going to pop in the Discord link too. So many things, you guys. So many moving parts here on the stream. But we're going to get into some good stuff today. It's not, there it is. Discord. I've been goofing around with, everything is moving ridiculously slow. Is my stream okay, guys? Is it working? I've been goofing off because, the season's not months and months and months out. So I've been trying to get some minor things in order. Jaguars for that. And then we do right click. Invite to server. Mode. Everything's been truncated. Everybody truncated. There we go. Uh-oh. Is my multi stream not open? One viewer, hello one viewer, how are you? What was I saying? Oh, I was doing dumb stuff. I'm doing the office today. It was a good time, actually. It was calm in the office. It was weird. I don't know what's going on, but something was going down. I have a mess. A mess in front of me that is, literally, not a mess. Okay, so, this is the Charisma M485. This is a I think they call it 1/8 scale, but it isn't. It's a 1/10 scale rally car. And it came with these god-awful shocks. The rear I got working, you can see here, got great rebound on it, but the front is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And I think that the fitment of the arms is not good. So probably have to take the whole front of the car apart to free it up because it's really bad. It looks like it's worse on one side than with the other. Like this side's pretty free, but this side is a mess. So I'm trying to get into that today, but I think we're going to skip it and hop into the conversion for my Losi EXE to a rally car, which should be pretty cool. I got all the parts 3D printed out using my the body parts. I have a rear thing on the back wing. I just reprinted this upper part for the bumper. I should probably put it up like that. Yeah, because my shirt's back. Can't see it. Oh, that's right. That sound there's no sound. There's probably no sound. What's somebody tell me there's no sound? I don't see the sound. This mic off is.
Test, test, test. There we go. There's some sound. I know it's hard out here in these streets. Five viewers. Everybody just jumped on to see if I had no sound. So we all jumped on for it. Look at this motherfucker right here. He ain't got no sound. Ain't no sound coming out of nowhere. Where's that coming from? Is that what we got? Test, 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 test. The green line on, which means the what's that called? Microphone array. An AC interface. God knows what that is. Sometimes let's make that the microphone 11 AC interface. What is that? So weird, you guys. Think this thing would be easy to do. Test, test, test. Speakers, mic, aux. I don't know what that is. It's awful. It's just awful. Just awful. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it too. Why couldn't you get this working before you started the stream? Because I had to work. That's why. Okay. Some people have jobs. Not a lot of them. Windows audio ducking. It doesn't have my wireless microphone. Like, why? Here we go. We can test this theory by turning the microphone down. Test, test, test. Okay, maybe not. You know, I can't turn the microphone up and down. That is great. Anywho, four folks have hopped in. Selvage Vlog Dolly has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. Chris Thomas has followed. Anyways, well, talk. Is that muffled, you guys? Somebody help me out here. Muffled. No, it's not muffled at all. Muffled. Probably because it's coming through my. I just don't know. Okay, I try to get across to you. Now I refuse to waste my. It's like I don't know where that came. I don't know where it is either. Brother. Anyways, there's sound, so we're just gonna leave it at that. I don't know where it's coming, where the sound's being picked up from, but it's being picked up from somewhere. So it says microphone array at Realtek, but that is not. Wow, I lost all my viewers, huh? Doing great, everybody, doing great. Can't figure out the sound problem, guys. I love streaming. It's the best thing ever. But for some reason, test. That don't make no sense. Wireless microphone. There it is. All right, so now we got it right. Go ahead and mute this guy.
It's unmute. Test, test. No, it's no water. Why you no water? Wireless microphone. That's what I should be using. Why is it not working? It's not working. Test, test, test.
Really weird. Anyways, well, the sound's not gonna be great this time, guys. I'm really sorry about that. I don't really. Oh no, there it goes. It's working now. That
Is not good. I have an input somewhere that's feeding back or something. Anyways, 60 minutes in, I had 5 guys, and now everybody's gone because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, that's what happens. Anywho, so this is the, what is this? This is the Charisma M485, and we are gonna ditch it because it's pretty much done. I just need to take the whole front end of the frickin' car apart to find out what's binding. And it's one of those cars where, you know, do I really care that much? If I ever get it out to a racetrack, maybe I will. But up until then, she's kind of a shelf queen there. Like barely any shock movement in the front. We get a lot of movement in the back. How free that is. That is so annoying. Shut up. Get out. You can switch to left cam real quick. If you guys can see this, and that's, I don't know. I feel like there's something. It's not the shocks because I definitely tested the shocks, but for some reason it is just really stiff up front. I may try to take the sway bars off, but it doesn't seem like that's the problem. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. Like, how am I getting all this suspension travel in the rear, but not in front? Do I need to put longer shocks in the front, maybe? Maybe. But it's really, really, really awful. Really stiff in the front. And these are not very stiff springs. It's very, really, really weird. Like I get no, it just kind of stays down. So like a whole, very strange. Anyways, one day, one of these days. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. And let's put together the old rally car. All right, so there's nobody really here yet, but I'll say this. Whenever I make something 3D print-wise as a sock, if I make it myself, it'll be on the Discord. Things that I make myself that are not like made from something else, these I made myself. These are my, what are they called? Body posts. Flexible, unbreakable body posts. Very nice. Those won't be up there, but neither will this. But this will be up there because this is a remix of somebody else's thing. That was free, so I would not sell the design to somebody else. So, if you guys can see right here, left cam. All right, right here. I didn't make this piece long enough, right? Because these 2 screws are supposed to go on those 2 screws there, and it doesn't reach. So we gotta take this off, put the new one on. Hopefully it's long enough. It looks like it's gonna be. Yeah, it looks definitely more than long enough. Cool. So we're gonna put that on, and then we're gonna set up the back. This piece right here is gonna go on here, and that'll have focus issues. That'll have oh, what's up, Sadek? Sadek Dick. So this is gonna go on here, and I'll mount 2 more body posts to that. Oh man, is my 2 missing again? Oh no, it's right there. All right, so let's. You guys have already seen the body. It's the, what is that called? The Lancia. I have not painted it yet because I'm not really sure how it's going to fit on here, but let's get to the business of the business. It is the business of the future to be dangerous. FedEx is in the house. Got a bunch more people that's joined. What's up, everybody? Get some and let me know where you're from. I am in Maryland. I think tomorrow I'm going to go race at Mimi's. So if anybody's planning on going there tomorrow, I might go there and race, not the mini Z's, but the other things, the short course trucks. I'm sitting here turning this thing like, and it hasn't been doing anything. It's dumb. 2.5. These are too long. I'm not needing anything this long. I really got these from my fifth scale ventures. These ones aren't bad. The ones I got with the blue little piece of tape, those things suck. These are small ones too. The 1.5 and the 2. 1 and 2 on here are really good. They're not Huddy good, but they're, they're close. What was I doing? I need to get the other tools in here. Short boys. That is a 2.5, which is too big, yes? Nope, just right. All right. Say what you want about Traxxas, but where we all started, most of us, some of us. Oh, for God's sake. It's like I almost bought, well, I think I actually may have purchased a Grom. Is that you or was that the other guy? Because I saw a video today of a Grom with a buggy body on it, like a VW bug body on it, and I love that look. I love it. I love it so much. I was actually thinking about trying to get a second bug body and try to fit it on my my 5B. Relarlo. The Relarlo 110 scale buggy? No, I didn't see that. Is it like a real 110 scale buggy, or is it like a 114 scale buggy? I don't hate Relarlo. I don't. That car that they made, the Speedrun car, that's like a 110 scale touring car, but I think it's shaft driven, and they make a model you can put 2 motors in. That's pretty sick. I just don't know how really race ready a 110 scale Relarlo would be, because that world, like, when you get into 110 scale and 110 scale buggies, they'd be better off making a 1.8 scale one, because I mean, it looks like it's, good base quality. I'm just wondering when the day is going to come when that's what you buy in Target. Like, because really, what's that thing? Those trash things you buy in Target, those plastic trash RCs, like, they should not be in, this should be in Target. Like, that, you should be able to get this quality in Target. You can't get the 110 that goes through. Yeah, that's because their plastics are not great. Their plastic molds are not good because this is like a Rolaro level car. This is a Charisma, and the whole front end of this car it's a mess. The servo's terrible, and the front end is so bound up that I don't get any movement in the front end of the car. It's pretty bad. So I got to take the whole thing apart, and I think it's the hinge pins in the arms are too tight, and the C hubs on the front, the C part of the hub is too wide for the bottom of the arm, so it rubs when it passes through the bottom of the arm. It's not good. But if you were like at Target and you bought this thing for like $100, that would be cool, completely cool with that, because you would never care. You just throw a battery in it and race around the car, race around the front yard, and you're with your friends until you broke it, and you go get another one. There's like that's where these things kind of belong. Like the Rolaro, it should be in a box, Target, next to the fake Zorlac skateboards. You know what I'm saying? I used to skate a lot. I used to actually ride for Zorlac, the company, and before they sold the name to a Chinese manufacturer, and became Walmart skateboards. Okay, so this is the old one. This is the new one. See, it's longer. Let's see if it fits. Let's see if she fits. I think I made it too long. But I figured if I made it too long and I put it on here first, I may be able to just bend this. Give it a good bend. Like so. And then it'll be pretty straight-ish, maybe. I don't know. It's too long. Damn it. Well, you know what? I don't care. I don't care if the bumper bends down a little bit. I'm not super upset about that. But I have to get these two screws out and get longer ones for them. Is it a 2? That's not a 2. That's a 2.5. But, I mean, yeah. The fact that they go to hobby shops is good, right? But, the profit margin for the hobby shop is probably not high enough because it just isn't a large enough business. That's pretty long. I think I might be able to get away with that same screw in there. So we got to find something slightly longer than that. Let's see. Let's go into our bag of unsightly screws. The bag of unsightly screws. Look at that. A box of random screws. I think I put all the M3s in here as well. No, I think these are all too big. These are like 4s and 5s. I don't know where I could dig one up. This is the same size as this, yes. That guy. Same size as... Actually, okay. It's shorter. So that's not going to work. Let's not lose the one that goes in there. Jesus, I may not have one. Oh no. That is really long. Way too long. This looks promising. That is just as long as that, though. All right. I think we're almost there, guys. Almost there. Yep. Ooh, that's what I need. That one right there is perfect. Gotta find another one of those. Got him. All right. So now we're going to put, does it have a hole on the other side? Yes, it does. Good, good, good. Where's my part? Right there. I just got the H&R set at 1/10. Windsor, Westchester. Yeah. H&R. Oh, the H&R Saturn. I've seen those. I haven't got one, but I heard they are at the very least competition ready. Alexa, set the heat to 68.
The heat's set to 68.
That'll stop the freaking heat from turning on every 5 seconds. Gal Mods in Westchester. There's a spot called 977. There's another place called 180 out here. I think 180 just had winter, what is it, Winter Warriors or Winter something? Winter Birds. They had a big race. My buddy EJ goes down there. I gotta get myself out there. But I've been pretty lazy as of late. Test. All right, I want to see how badly this. Yeah, see, it's not too loud. I want you guys listening to freaking screwdriver noises the entire time you're here. That would suck. That might be a little bit too long. Oh, look at me. I didn't make the freaking things long enough either. Let's hope they don't whip themselves out. They might. They might, rabbit. Sometimes you mismeasure, you know? This might be too far apart, so. Metal on the plastic, so should be fine. Should be fine. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I raced 1/10 scale for a while. It's just, it's a big commitment, man. Like, I do not have. I'm too busy doing dumb things. Like, let's try to turn this buggy into a into a 1/8 scale rally car that we can take to a 1/8 scale track, and which is probably not a good idea, right? Because what's going to happen is it's going to nose down, and I'm trying to make it so if it does nose down, it doesn't dig up the track, you know. And I think I made this too long. I did. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm not printing another one out. This is fine. It's fine. This is fine. I'd almost rather it this way, right? Just tell yourself that. I'd rather it be wrong, you know? I'd rather be incorrect. It's so easy being wrong. You think I'd get a faster freaking electric screwdriver, but a lot of times you end up melting your plastic doing that. Not every time, but a lot of times. Look at that. That is ugly. Look how down that is. No. Oh, no, you know what? I could probably heat this up. That's what we're going to do. It's, if you see here, if I bend it up like that, you see the little bend there. I think if I apply a little heat to that, it might actually stay that way. So we're going to attempt that. The thing that sucks though is you don't want to print it like up like that. It's a pain in the butt. Anyways, it's good enough right now. Actually, no, it's not, because it's going to make my front posts all kinds of all over the place. All kinds of all over the place. All right, so, eventually I'm going to print another one. Whoa, that's magic. That's a little bit. You know what? I actually think I'm going to just get the heat gun out and I'm going to melt this so it stays like that. Because that's a good, like, bendy impact point. I kind of like that. See it? How it's bent like that? Gives it a little shock absorption kind of deal. Kind of into that. And I think if I heat the plastic, it should stay that way. Keep making your face like that. Stay that way. I love it when you hoist up your buggy and it stays where it's supposed to. Other than like just tipping over randomly. It's great. Okay, it's not bad. I think what I may try to do is poke a hole in here and zip tie this to the let's see if we can get it to crease. Yeah, I definitely have to apply some heat to that. It should stay. Not bad, not bad. I think if I... No, it's not going to work. Anybody see a solution to that other than me making this part? What do I have the what is the I have the Ender S1 Pro. That's what I have. I have two of them, and they're reasonably inexpensive. They're about $200 at the most. You probably catch one on Black Friday sale for like $150. It does the most amount of material at the speed that you're going to want to do it without you having to buy a freaking bamboo. Now, if you are like, you want to dive into the whole 3D printing ecosystem and you don't want to worry about messed up prints or material issues, you should get a bamboo. The bamboo, I don't have one because they're super expensive. And the ones that I have work well enough for me. But I hear bamboo, like they're not the cheap one, but their enclosed units are quite good. Closed meaning the there you go. The whole print bed is enclosed. Yeah, so bamboo or Creality. Creality is the Ender series. But if you're going to get an Ender, do not get anything below the Ender S1 Pro. Okay, that's the bottom. Because you don't want to buy an Ender that you have to 3D print parts for the thing to run well. That's a horrible loop. You don't want to get stuck in that loop. What's up, Wraith? If you are a huge fan of this, I'll sell it to you. I'm not a fan of TLR or Associated's 8-scale buggies. I'm not. I've driven the actually the Associated one I haven't driven in a long time, but I had one a while ago, and it drives pretty much the same as this one. I drive pillowball cars mostly, and so it's Mugen and actually, you know what? I think Associated has a pillow car now, don't they? Anyways, the C-Hub cars, I don't like them. I just don't like them. In order to get the right amount of caster out of a C-Hub car, you have to have it be at some extreme friggin' angle, and it's just, I think the front aluminum C-Hubs for this car, I think the set of 2 of them were, I think it was like $95, and yeah, I'm not. I did it once. I was pissed. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I mean, I am a fan in the fact it's a great race buggy. It's not as good as a Techno or a Mugen, in my opinion. Techno, do they use balls in the Techno cars? I don't remember. I don't think they do. I think they use a regular front hub, not a C style hub with the carrier and stuff. It's just a straight front hub. Maybe it's C carrier. I don't remember. But it's just better. I don't know. It's just the Techno it just drives better. Like out of the box without 1,000 modifications. I like TLRs. I like their 5th scale stuff. It's fantastic. But if you, yeah. I mean, part of my issue with this car may have been because I was running these god-awful tires. These are Tetcos, Tet KD, something. We were at a spec race in New York and we had to use them, and they were freaking awful. I ran it on some J Concepts on the same track. It wasn't bad, but it definitely was not as, I don't know, nimble. Well, yeah, I guess nimble as the Mugen car, because somebody was driving a 7. There was 7 there, MBX 7, and the Techno. I had an EB 48.1, I think, 0.1 or 0.2. Yeah, they're not as aggressive. Like they don't seem as aggressive. You can be a lot more aggressive with a pillow car than you can with a C-Hub car, in my opinion. And really, again, the issue I had with it may have just been that these tires suck. On the track that we were racing on in New York, it was like hard packed, super dusty on Lumi on the outside, and they had these weird. It was lots of divots and yeah, and it was a spec tire race, and I'm pretty sure most of the guys that raced there just stopped using the tire in the spec race. It was so bad. I think this is pretty neutral car right now, and the issue I was having is a rear grip issue. Though it could not generate any rear grip. Which one do you have, Wraith? Because this is the 2.0. This is the one that comes in the kit that you can put with it comes like nitro or electric. So the newer one might be better. I just know that this one, I talked to Nitro Mike down in New York, and he was like, you got to do some stuff. And it was going to cost me more money because I got this car for free. I won it in a raffle. So, yeah. And if I was going to spend real money on a car, I just get a Mugen. And that's what I did. I have an MBX 6, and I think I'm going to get the new MBX 8 soon. Did you used to bash at all, Wraith? Because I feel like the Techno car and the Mugen car is more basher friendly. It's it drives as you imagined a buggy would drive if you weren't racing it. it jumps really clean, it lands really clean, and it doesn't want to get out of sorts so quickly. And on a TLR car, the tune is paramount. Like, you have to know what tune to put on the car. With Mugen and Techno, they're a lot more forgiving of a car. You got the XC20. Yeah, that's what this is. Did you replace the front hubs with the aluminum ones, or do you still have the stock ones? Because I think you're supposed to get like the 7.5s or 0.75s or something like that. Got more caster to them. I literally bought a set, and then I was like, and he's like, no, you're gonna get more. He didn't get more stuff. I was like, I'm not doing that. I had to get the aluminum rear uprights as well, and because they have more slots for the turnbuckles. And at first, I thought maybe I was running a little too low because the car couldn't absorb any of the bumps, but I raised it up and it was still just as bad. Anywho. All right, so at some point we'll get the heat gun and fix this, but not right now. Let's put the rest of the stuff on. So the rear wing mount, I printed it with a little ledge to make it a little stiffer. Should be pretty cool. I think the screws are still trapped in there, so we're going to use the 2 screws that I took out of the other part. Here, this one and this one. I should have another one of these somewhere. I put a whole thing of them into this frickin' thing. Yeah. All your hubs will make these. This has aluminum carriers, but the actual hub is plastic. It was gonna cost me money. Like, and I'm not a big enough fan of the TLR buggy to spend that much money on it. The only reason I really had it is because I won it. I like fire and forget cars. Like my Techno EV448, I think I dialed that car in the first day I got it, and I hadn't changed the shock oil. I hadn't changed anything, and that thing, it just rips up any surface it's on. All you're really thinking about on that car is, what tires do I have on my car? The 2.0 is the newest version? Well, no. Okay, so there's a couple versions of the 2.0. If you bought the 2.0, the 8xe 2.0e, it comes with the aluminum fronts and aluminum rears. This one was the if you wanted to switch back and forth from nitro to electric. Yeah, exactly. Track cars only on the track. Agreed, 100%. One hundo. Or I don't have another one. You dig around, you find one screw the right size, and oh, what's that right there? What was that? Did somebody give me a? Oh, Sir Dane Thorne has followed. What's up, Sir Dane Thorne? I'm thinking. Nope, none of those are the right size. You know what I should do? Is this ripped? Yeah, it is. So on my Nitro GT car, which car is that? The Mugen? Is it the Mugen? No, it's a Habao. And the clutch that was on my other car sucked. So I went and I bought a TLR clutch. And then remember that this car came with all the nitro stuff, and I could have just built the clutch that was in the kit. It was fucking stupid, but you know, nothing wrong with having 2 clutches. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give me just one screw. All right, it's gonna be one of these because I found a bunch of them. That's just what we're gonna do. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah, let me know if you want to pull something down. I will most certainly do that. All right, you guys. So if you have here, I'm going to show you guys this. So you see this little ridge right here? I made it so that it wasn't so super flexible. In I guess it's more this way. All right, so I'll put it on this way. I think these are going to be too long, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to give it the old college try. Even though most of us did not graduate college. I mean, I didn't graduate college. I should have, though. Just one day after a day, I get angry. Oh, look at that. It's not going to work that way. Well, there you go. That answers that question. The ridge is not... I didn't make this piece wide enough to put upside down. The ridge hits the end of the thing. Maybe... No, I'm not going to do that. So, we'll have to put it on the way that the good Lord intended. Yeah, that's going to be way too long. For just one day after day, I get angry, and I will say that the day is in my sights when I think about that secret night. Oh, look at that. Oh, my mom, oh, my mom. It's going to be cool, though, I'm telling you. So I wanted to do this because I watched people run, I think it's one 10 scale rally where the people like running behind the car and stuff. Seems a lot of work, my old bones, being running behind some friggin' RC car. So. And these go on here, zoink, zoink, like so. And then I printed a support for the middle. It's gonna go on here. So they're not all floppy jalopy. You don't want that. Should go with I think I'm gonna go the other way. Just let me go this way. It goes on like that. Oh, that is a very big. That's going to be a problem, lads. I think I made the hole too big. Oopsie. Oh, you know what? Do I have 2 of these? Oh, that'll work. That one's. I do. Look at me. Solutions abound. That's a bigger one. One of these. Might be a little too long though. All right, that's probably too long. Here, give you guys a good side view here. See that? That's too long. So if I try to put that in there, it's gonna go too far up into the base of the thing. The base or the thing. Let's see what we got. Solution. This is an M4, and that looks like it will fit perfectly. So we need to find a 4 that's slightly smaller than this one. How many nitro cars do you have? I have, let's see, I have 3, I think. Is that right? Yeah. I have this one right here. Oop. That's an X-ray. One tin-sail touring. I have a GP nitro. This is a Mugen, I believe. I think it's the NGP 6 or 7. That's nitro. And I have this thing I just got finished building, and that is the Habao GT8. Habao. We're gonna play it. Which is pretty cool. See all the nitro goodness in there. It's got an OS motor. I just broke it in. There's fuel in that tank, which is not good, but I'll deal with that some other time. I have to cut the hole in the front for the fueling and stuff. What's up, Bob's? Bob's RC's in the house. In the hizzy for shizzy, Wu-Tang Clizzy. You know, you try to find something and you find something's way too short. You might, Rabbit. You might. It might be okay. Just gonna find another one more. Settle. That's what I need right there. Perfect. Perfect. Iterations of it, but is the latest chassis. Yes, the 2.0 is the latest chassis. Absolutely. If you have any setup tips there, Wraith, you can drop them in the Discord. Oh, guys, here is if anybody wants to join my Discord, here is the link. You can go in there into the general or to the posted videos and share videos or pictures of your builds and stuff like that, and I'll throw them up on the stream. Oh my God, you guys. You ever like, oh, there it is. Nicotine. I mean, the car's built great. I like the fact that they let you run 2 shorties and as a 4S battery across here. That is great. It brings the CG really low in the car, which is awesome. And I thought it was going to equate to something great, but it really didn't. Just didn't. I have a Mugen that runs an old school big 4S, and I could throw that thing all over the place. Maybe there's not enough droop in this car. I was talking to Reese the other day about something. Droop, right? So this is a quick thing. You see how the car has more rear up travel? So when you're going off of a jump, you jump, right? And as the car rises, the rear end has more opposing force applied, or just the same opposing force applied to it, just applied to it longer. So your back end is going to stall out before your back's going to keep rising while your front stalls out as it starts to rise off of the jump. and it puts you, it unbalances you a little bit. And because it happens a lot on my fifth scales. The MP11 nights. Yeah, I almost bought the freaking Kyosho MP11. I almost bought the one the pre-built one, and I was just gonna buy whatever hop-ups they had it at that shop in New York. Yeah, Kyosho's got good buggies too. I'm pretty sure that's a balls car too, isn't it? Pillow balls in the front. My favorite Nitro buggy is the MBX7. The MX7 Nitro, I love that car. Love it. I bought one off my friend Josh, and man, so much fun to drive. I heard the Kyosho buggy is really good too. But yeah, I stick to Kyosho or not Kyosho, Mugen or Techno, because I know my way around both of those cars. You know, it was like I don't hate Losi by any means. I just don't know any way around the car as well as I do with Mugen and Techno. And even if you screw, like, it feels like, yeah, it'll donk. Yeah, exactly, right? Because yeah, exactly. I mean, there are other things that affect you. Like if you go with too low ride height in the back, when you come off the jump, the back end will smack the top of the jump and donkey kick you too. So it's it's not the only factor, but it is a factor. But it was so weird because it had a lot of straightaway grip, but as soon as you hit the corner anywhere, like the car would just freaking Mario Kart spin. It was the most annoying thing ever. And I feel like there's no way for you to dial a Techno so badly that it does that, you know? Yeah, Kyosho makes good stuff, man. No doubt. I had the Kyosho Inferno GT2. The GT3 is out, so if you guys are going to get one, get the damn GT3. Do not get the 2. I do believe the GT3 has a shorter wheelbase. The GT2 it's just too long. I mean, you could probably make it work, but there's no reason to bang your head against the concrete if you don't have to. All right, so let me put these things on here. I found 2 screws. Oh, nope, I only found 1. I need 1 more. I'm going to just go with the short ones. I have a ton of the short ones. Doesn't work, we'll replace it, right? Right. Oh, look at that. Talked all that trash and found a second big one. This is a 2. May have to cut these holes a little bit bigger. Violated. Yeah, yes, exactly. It's like you take it out, take the Techno out of the box, you put it together with the specifications, and you can run a race with all the stuff that comes in the box. Like, and not feel like you need to upgrade anything. Like, if you notice a part is breaking, you can replace it with aluminum just to give them a little bit more rigidity. But if you break a Techno, you are doing something insane. Their 110 stuff is not as great though. What I think they ended up doing is they took their 110 scale truggy and they turned it into their lightweight short course truck, which is probably something they needed to do because the what is the SET 410.3 and down, like 2 and 1, is basically a 8 scale buggy with a freaking short course truck body on it, which seems like an awesome idea. Yeah, the basher MT kit. Yeah, dude. And realistically, you don't even need that. Like, you can bash. Like, I have 1, 2, 3. I had 4. I had 4 technos. I had 1.1, 2.2s, and a 0.3. I sold one of my 0.2s to a buddy of mine, but when I stopped using them on the racetrack, you could take them out and bash them like they're freaking monster trucks. Those things are freaking insanely tough, like way better than Arma tough. I don't think I've ever broken anything on the car ever. Like, oh, you know what I do? I had to switch to the larger freaking wheel stubs, because I think it comes with like this really thin 3mm one. They break all the time. Yeah, and that Basher MT kit is basically the short course truck and the buggy. It just with bigger wheels and different hubs. It's genius, sheer genius. Now, Losi, on the other hand, they have a way better handle on the non-race market than anybody does, because what is it? They made that bike, the Losi bike. I freaking hate that thing, but people love it. I think I hate it because it doesn't drive like a regular RC bike. It turns like one kind of, but yeah. It's good. You know, it's good. What you do? Losi's got, like, they're on point. What do they got? They got the freaking the mini B, the micro B, the micro T, the mini B, and the mini T and the micro T. Great cars. They have the what is the R22, the drag race car, which is basically their 2-wheel drive short course truck turned into a drag chassis. Really great chassis. I bought one of those, and I was like, you know, drag racing people like I knew what I was doing. They made that what is that thing? The oval car, that dirt oval midget car. That thing is awesome. I was going to get one, but I am not that into oval. I'm just not. It looks like fun, I guess. I tried it at Mimi's, and it's just, you know, yeah. If I'm gonna be basically doing on road, I need twists and turns, or I will get bored real fast. Yeah, the NASCAR. Listen, NASCAR. I got 2 of those somewhere. Well, one right there. That's when I converted to brushless and put all the like hop up parts on, and I got another one down there. The Bass Pro Shop Toyota Camry. That one's bone stock. Yeah, they got like Traxxas is like, oh God, oh Jesus, let's make a buggy. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, you guys got me over here talking. Got me over here reckless eyeballing. Let's finish putting these on, and then I got to go find my heat gun. I think I'm going to eventually share all these 3D prints into the. Yeah, I had to do it. It's a really cool car. I would race NASCAR oval all day. I just don't know if I would go as far as midget, because I bought the Traxxas. What is that thing? The late model Traxxas. They called it the Mud Boss, and they had to change the name. I bought one of those, and because it looked cool, but I don't know. It'd be cooler if it was like a figure 8 and you had to crisscross in the middle, you know what I mean? To give it something, you know? Or maybe just put a jump in the middle so It just a figure eight, and then you had to jump in the middle, figure eight. Something. Had to be something. Just going really fast and turning left the entire time was just not enough. Did you get the what was it, the Savage? The HPI Savage? I know a lot of guys that got the Nitro Savage. I never got the Nitro Savage. I got in when they came out with the Savage Flux HP. I still have that car. It's right down there. That's like the first car I ever bought. You guys want to... Let me see if I can find this video. I'll show you guys one of the first videos I made. Videos oldest. Yeah, okay.
Double?
I don't know how All right, this is one of the first videos I made with that car. It's my friend Lionel, he filmed it. He has the Thunder Tiger. Thing was awesome. Like it was the one that you could do standing backflips or whatever. Everybody hated it, but I freaking loved it.
Double?
The worst slow-mo ever. Back in these days, I was making my own music for the videos.
As soon as you get up in there, hit forward. See if you can hold it. I don't think you...
And that's all. It was like the first super backflippy monster truck. It had this big old pillow ball wheel, like pillowy wheels on it. Plastics was freaking fantastic. HPI was just going.
Holy shit, dude.
And I tried to do the other things, like
Those idiots
jump
were
over my
recording
head.
themselves being stupid.
Anywho, that was that. Uh-oh, what happened to my stream chat? Oh, looks like it reset my chat. Anyways, just had to test real quick. Yeah, okay, it's working. All right. Yeah. So one of my first videos. I still have the car. It's over there. I'll pull it up. Let me finish doing this. So that's way too long. And I got, I made this part right here. This little thing goes on top here. Goes on top of there, man. Make sure your trapdoors ain't rip-a-rapping all over the place. And there's no way they need to be this long, so I'll cut them. All right, so now I need to find my heat gun, you guys. TD Maker is subscribed. Thanks for the sub, TD Maker. Appreciate you guys. Just building and talking and building. Let's see. What? Oh, you know what? You know, you build things. So if you see on the top part of this thing, the holes are too small. They're supposed to be the width of these things, and they are not. So we're gonna have to. Well, you know what I could do? Nah, that's not gonna work. Let's bore them out. With a reamer. A reamer. Somebody hit something in the chat because for some reason it reset my entire my Discord, my Twitch chat is fine, but my YouTube chat is all jacked up. We're going to try to run GP this summer. I have like a timing system. I got all the things we need. I have a bunch of fire hose that I'm going to paint red and white. For the barrier. Owie, that hurt. Just stabbed myself in the hand. Which one does it go this way? I need a drill bit for this. This is not working. How you say? I am turning the buggy into a rally car. Let me show you guys the body. I have a Lancia. That hurt, man. Can't build nothing without stabbing yourself these days. I have this Lancia body. And it's gonna go on top of these, like this. I can't do it right now because those rear body posts are on, but basically it's gonna go on top. It's gonna go in there. The wheel wells, I gotta cut the full size of the wheel wells. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna run for tires because a buggy tire is a bit large for that body. And now I gotta freaking find my heat gun. Where did I put that thing? Anyway, because I gotta heat this thing up so it is the right size. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. All right. I have to find some tools, you guys. I mean, it's still going to be a buggy in essence. It'll be basically like a low-C short course truck techno kind of deal. Because I think that rally has a place. You know, it just doesn't have a home yet. And I think, yeah, like a rally on a 1/8 scale track, it's the same thing as short course truck, basically. Just with rally cars. The rally cars. If you guys join the Discord, somebody just let me know that you're going to do it, because I am not checking it. It's not currently, anyways. Yeah, it's definitely gotta heat this up. A little heat. because rally's really cool, you know? Short course truck, while it is good, it's fun, it's a fun class to race. I don't know how many there of like real short course truck fans there were, but rally has a ton of fans. And I think that cars like this thing, this is the Charisma M48S. It's just not up to the task. Okay, it isn't. Like, you could probably get this over a couple jumps, maybe on an indoor track, but outside, you're gonna. You know, I mean, I guess you could, because with the body on it, you're not gonna hit a lot of like arm break off kind of jump landings. I guess I don't know. And yeah. Give me 1 second, you guys. I gotta grab my heat gun. But I'll have my mic on you, so you still hear me. You can still hear me, but you can't see me. Gotta figure out what the hell I did with it. Oh, come on. Here. Nope. I put it in the sign up a box, and then I took that box and hucked it down a hill. Now it's gone. Huck it down a hill. You guys ever like, I do this all the time. I'm like, I'm going to put this thing right here so that I don't forget where it is. And then you forget where here is, and you're walking around and aimlessly looking for something that you should know where it is. It's stupid. What are you doing? It's stupid. There it is. You guys, I walked all the way over there. It was right there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, so when we race 1/5 scale, there are a lot of floaty style jumps. So it would be a good something to run with 1/5 scale, because 1/5 scale, like, while you can run 1/5 scale on a 1/8 scale track, but the jumps are going to be either too short or too long. You know. Yeah. But yeah, I think, where's that place? Eminem Raceway out in Delaware. Be a good place. It's a lot more. It's a lot of loose dirt out there, and they're longer. They're less high jumps, and they're just longer jumps. The only thing I'm really worried about is, you know how the short course truck, it gets air under that thing and it kind of parachutes down. I may have to cut some holes in the body to get rid of some of the parachuting. Well, that's my only concern. All right, I need power. I need power, Captain. I need power, Captain. Oh, goodness. It's good that you guys can't see the floor. It is a friggin' nightmare. Nightmares, nightmares. They're all right. Nightmares. Let's see. How bad is my right cam? Oh, unblocked. Look at that. I thought maybe you get all these tools in the way, but you don't. So I'm going to heat this thing up, try to get it to stay bent. Oh, God. I don't think we need 1,000 degrees. It's a bit much. It's a bit much, lads. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we've got. What's hot? It's working. Still not as workable as I would want it to be, but that's not bad. It's pretty level. Let's crank her up to 1 billion degrees. See if I can get this to set in. When I make the files available on Discord, I will make sure that this thing is already the right size. That looks pretty hot. That looks pretty freaking hot right there. I think I focused too much on that part. I need to focus more on this part right here. Yeah. Just don't want to melt the foam too much. Oh my God. And that is how you burn your house down. That's how it happens. Saw a guy once, he said, hey, you want to learn how to burn your house down? I said, yes. I said, like this. Look at how floppy that is. All right. Now we rapidly cool it to hold its shape. I think we're good to go, guys. Tell me I don't know what I'm doing. I be knowing what I'm doing. I be doing what I'm doing. I be knowing the things that I be doing and doing the things I be knowing. So what you know about that? These things, you ever seen the commercial for this thing where there's like blowing snow off the thing? You could probably do that, and I bet you anything, if you're out in the cold, it will sustain that much pressure. But if you're in any sort of warmth anywhere, it's going to overheat. I still like it, you know. I have another one, the Silver Horse one I have around here somewhere. It's definitely it blows harder than the Silver Horse one for sure. But yeah, it won't blow that hard for very long. It's got this battery readout thing on the bottom that seems to never be right. Anyways, let's find ourselves the proper drabit. It's gonna one tap this thing for us. Oh, stick it right there. A dribit. Yeah, that'll work. This is the dribit. We have to use a dribit to cut the holes with the dribit. I wish Megan was here. I wish my brother George was here. All right, now I gotta go get my drill. Actually, you know what? Let's see if this crappy thing will get the job done. Oh. Oh, God. I bet you it will. I bet you will, but I don't want to break this thing. So let's get a pair of pliers. Get a good grizzle on the hizzle for shizzle. Grizzle, hizzle, yeah. What that guy said. Perfect. Perfect. This is the Oh God! See that? You see that? You see what I just did? That's what I was afraid of happening, because I just heated up and it's like super soft. Here, I'll switch over to the Raid Cam. So what I'm trying to do is not have it twist up on me like that. So you gotta get a grip. Get a grip, man. There we go. So now, oh no, I do have to make a hole all the way through. Got to make an hole all the way through, lads. But that hole's got to be smaller than the other hole. You don't want too big of an hole, because it won't have any support. You want your hole to have support. Hole support, for sure. And that is how he cut his finger off. That's how it happens. This guy's going to go up through here. Sorry about the frame rate on this camera. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I am the beggar that cannot be the chooser, so beggar. It goes through there. And this guy goes up through here. Yeah, you're right. I should have put these on before I screwed everything together, but you know, I didn't. So here we go. Doing it the worst way. It's the beauty of it being yours. You can just do it the wrong way as many times as you possibly can. As many times. Now I got to find 2 more of those screws. And we are in business. The business of the business. I really want them to be button head screws, but I'm having a problem. Does that look nice anyway? Finding the right size. A lemon to the lime, a lime to the lemon, a super death ill with all the fly fremen. I got 2 of them, but they're a bit short. That is what she said. That's a pretty good one. One day, guys, I am going to go through this screw bin and I'm going to sort out the sizes. It's going to be great. But not today. Not today. Hit I'm also the kind of guy who takes a bunch of tools out and doesn't put them back. I'm that guy. You talked until your tongue fell out, and then you talked some more. I knew if I turned, I'd turn away from you, and I wouldn't go back. You know what, you guys? I think next stream I'm going to do a giveaway. I have so much crap. Okay, I have. Okay, maybe I don't have that much crap. I thought maybe I had the. Oh no, I'm not going to want that, but I'll bring it down a little bit. Let me put these on. It seems very long. I think that's too long. All right. One moment, please. Those are all the same size. All right, we're going to go with this one. I knew if I turned, I'd turn away from you, and I couldn't look back, and I wouldn't look back. I got no music playing, so I got to sing. Unfortunately, the U of tubes that get all up in your content creator booty hole about content strikes. Oh, that's fine. Just fine. I thought these screws would be too short, but they're not. They are just the right size. Perfect. Perfect. And I made a brace for this one too. I even have, what did I do with those things? These guys, I don't know if these fit on here though. They don't. All right. Let's drag that. Okay. Let's get her body up on here and see what that's like. It's gonna be way up in the sky. Put some of these screws and stuff away so I don't knock them all over the floor. These are the shocks that were on the that Charisma car. They're not, they're awful. They're pretty awful. Listen to this. Very scratchy. Tell yourself it would have happened not this way, not today, not today. Christmas challenge. What's the Christmas challenge, Rughead? Here, here's my Discord channel. You join the Discord channel. Well, tell me what it is here, and then, we can discuss it. We can discuss it on the Discords. As long as it doesn't involve me taking my freaking RC car out in the snow, because I'm not doing that. I'm not. I did that once with my what is that thing? My Savage Flux HP. I burnt up it had the Mamba Monster, the first one, not the Mamba Monster X, just the Mamba Monster 6S ESC. I burned that thing up, and I did not get the water off the car before I brought it in, and I put it in the back room, and the battery swelled up to like humongous size, very big size, very big. So I decided, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth my blowing up my cars. I don't think I have anything that's waterproof. I think my Slash was waterproof at one point. Max Slash. I'd sacrifice that to the Christmas gods, probably. It's got a Mamba system in it now. That car's fun. Just, they need better tires. Yeah, dude's bringing that stuff out. I ain't the one. Have my stuff blowing up, salt water and all of my stuff. No. Here, let me check Discord real quick. No, what you do, let's do this. Put that there, and where is the Discord? Right there. That over there. What? That goes there, and then this guy goes here. What is this? What? Oh, that's supposed to be my chat, and I don't see anything. no. Weird. Anywho, let's go see. Booster joined. A few people joined the Discord. Thanks, guys. That is not cool. For some reason, every time I hop out of this window, it deletes my my multi-stream chat, and that is sucky because I need that. I need that information. It's very important to communicate with my audience, audience, and refresh chat. My Twitch chat is rocking though. I don't know why my YouTube chat is not working. Very strange indeed. Anywho. Live stories. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Looks like there's no post in there. All right. Guys, I was just checking the Discordians. The body. You ever seen a grown man fall out of a chair? There's a little bit of the high, yeah. Yeah, we get a high, yeah. This is the risky part, guys. You start just cutting down. Oops, that's very small. Cutting down body posts. You don't want to cut them too low. This is probably way too high. So let's go ahead and cut that. I mean, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. That looks good. We get something lined up like that. All lined up. Never turn away from you. Is anybody saying something in the chat? Somebody say something in the chat. Hit me with a question mark or something. The question box. Marks the questions da. You mark the questions da. I do not speak German, by the way. I don't. I took German in high school because I found out that I was born in West Berlin, Germany, on an Air Force base, not German. And I just learned how to imitate a German accent. That's all there is. I love accents. They're the best. I do a pretty mean Christopher Walken. It's pretty good. Just come down here, look, just watch. He held this uncomfortable piece of metal up his ass. Only place a man could. He died of dysentery. Not important. All right, now we got to figure out where the holes are. I feel like it's only showing me chats from YouTube, or no, Facebook. Have I broken something? Have I broken it, man? Is it smashed into pieces? Can anybody say something? I have 9 viewers. I need somebody to say something. Anything. Anything, man. Let's get a top down real quick. Boink. Time to market the holes. Market the frijoles. I'm going to push these back a little bit. Ugh. This is my least favorite part, you guys. Oh, you know what I could do? I could always use the thing. Tell yourself it's not the end. Tell yourself it couldn't happen. Not this way. Not today. Not today. Of course, I don't have. I still fly. No, I haven't flown along. I mean, I still know how. I just haven't done it. And it's freaking freezing outside, so I'm probably not going to do it this winter. I want to, but you know, my kids are getting like to this. You better pay attention, or they end up in jail age. You know what I'm saying? I 3D printed those body posts. If you guys are interested in my 3D prints, I can post them in a spot in the Discord after the stream. 3D printed the body posts. They are made out of TPU. Very flexible. They usually go back to their shape, which is awesome. So the body will have lots of flex and not want to bend itself up. The only thing that kind of sucks is like they do not want to stand up even straight for you when you first put them on. It's a bit of a problem. You got a problem, problem. You know, I can't find my marker, you guys. Gotta find the marker. You know, there was one on the floor. It was right there. I remember looking at it. There it is. Good old bag looking like a Shar-Pei. Oh, top down time. Yeah, I 3D printed the body posts. I mean, stuff like that, man, like that's what 3D printers are for. Arms and like diff cases and stuff like that. Those stuff you gotta buy. But body posts, body mounts, freaking those little body stops that go on the thing and stop the body from going down too far, all that stuff. 3D print. 3D print the living poo-poo out of it. 3D print living poo-poo. The living poo-poo. The living poo-poo. Trying to line this thing up. What I usually don't try to do is line it up perfect. What I really just want to do is get the dots in the right place. And I don't like that it keeps doing that. It's very annoying. That looks pretty good. Tell yourself it's not the end. Buggy wheels are going to be a problem. I could see it already. All right, mark those. And then you want to bust the calipers out and get a measurement on how far they both are. I don't have my calipers, so we're going to have to do this the unofficial way. Looks like we're right at the end of this DIA thing there. So that one's a little bit too low. Not by much. Crush straight through the DIA. It's only a little bit off, but not by much. Not by much. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. See if that is centered. It is not centered, not even a little bit. So we will go further in. So I think we're gonna come over. I gotta grab my calipers, you guys. Mountains book, shop tuning. Yeah, you get a bot in here, but they usually get kicked out. Let me grab my calipers, you guys. They're not up here, right? I'm not gonna walk over there for no reason and come back because the calipers are sitting right by my left hand. 7, 7, 7 is my name. 7 on the grandest scale, and 7 will remain. Yeah, that's right. I listened to some Danzig. Okay. So, from the front of the car, we are looking at, well, you know what I love? I love blinky numbers. It's always fun. There we go. We're looking at 43 millimeters from the front there. Perfect. Perfect. Now the problem is that this one from this crease is about 10.7 and this one is way off. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's see, we'll go to about 9.5 mil from the crease. Creasy bear. Coming out a little bit. All right, there. What's everybody's favorite movie? What's everybody's favorite movie of all time? Genre is not a limit here. Oh, look at that. So if we get the hole right over that guy. I wonder, like, how they sell those Steam bots. So we have a bot that will go into somebody else's stream and announce that you're streaming. Because everybody loves that. It's how you get new streamers. That's not how it works at all. At all. All right, that's not bad. I can live with those holes. Moving to the back. Trading Places. Nice. Good call. What was that movie that Eddie Murphy did after Trading Places where he was the golden child? I want the knife, please. My favorite Mooney. My favorite Tom Mooney movie. My favorite movie is Blade Runner. The original one. Blade Runner, the director's cut, actually. That's the one I like. Because in the director's cut, it doesn't have freaking Harrison Ford narrating every 5 seconds of the movie, trying to help you not get lost. Right, so it looks like we're right at the end of these. About 5 mil right there. The Conjuring. Give me the knife, please. Do you like the whole Conjuring series or just the first one? I have not watched the new one. I keep on wanting to, but I haven't watched it yet. That looks pretty good. Because the first two I thought were awesome. The first two Conjuring were great. But I don't think I saw the third and the fourth one. And they're on like 5 now, I think. Because the other one was like about the doll Abigail or whatever. Have you guys oh, that is not even. What is the what's that new Marvel? The Doomsday, Marvel Doomsday? Strange Days with Angela Bassett. The doll was not great. Yeah, I didn't see that one. I saw the first two, and I thought they were fantastic. It was like a really good story. I like the actors. I like that guy. Didn't he play like? No, he didn't. I was thinking the guy that was in the Sonic series that played freaking what's the guy with the red eye blast from the X-Men? Cyclops. Strange Days. With Angela Bassett. Strange Days. What happens in Strange Days? Maybe I've seen it. I watch the hell out of some movies, you guys. Love it. Now you're going to make me Google what Strange Days is. Hold on. Google is the Stranger Days. Strange Days. For some reason, my brain keeps on going to weird science. The best movie you never saw. I think I did see that movie when it came out. I'll have to check that out. Have you guys seen Book of Eli? She was a limo driver. With Denzel Washington. I love that movie. I love parts of that movie. It's a little long, but the fight scenes in that movie, right up there with what was it called? The Raid. Oh, you know, I just realized something. There's supposed to be a wing that goes on here, and I do not know how much space that wing is going to take up, so I don't know if I can put the body post there. Probably. Just cut them, right? Right. Wow, what a stupid measurement. Was that like around the time Johnny Mnemonic came out? Wait, was Strange Days that movie where the guy had the freaking no. I saw this movie with Matt Damon where he had this like thinner than a nanometer wire thing that he was using to cut people up with, and he cut his thumb off to get out of it. Was crazy. I think that might actually be the movie. Matt Damon. Yeah, I've seen Ong Bak in chocolate. Very good. But if you want the same kind of like intensity, there's a movie called The Raid. The Raid Redemption, I think is what it's called. Oh my God. So the original Ong Bak, and the Ong Bak that one, not the second Ong Bak where he was like trying to find the elephant. That was horrible. But the third Ong Bak where he is like a Thai warrior that knows all these other kung fu styles. That one's pretty good. That is my mother calling me on the... Yeah, Ong Bak is fantastic. And Ong Bak paved the way for the Raid Redemption. In the Raid Redemption, they do Salat instead of, what is it, Thai boxing. And Salat is more about, it's like a knife fighting style. Where the hell's my phone? Nasty. Real nasty stuff. Yeah, chocolate was good. Umbach, yeah, the third Umbach, like the one where he's like all dirty and he does like drunken style. That was the pinnacle for Tony Jaa, I think, that movie. And then after that, I don't know what he was doing, man. He tried to like, I don't know what happened. He kind of fell off a little bit. But yeah, if you watch The Raid Redemption, it's pretty sick. I think it might be on either Amazon Prime or HBO Max. Really good. So basically, the premise of the movie is there's this police squad, and they're going into this. I think it's like a 30-story building or something like that, like an apartment building, and there's a drug lord they're trying to get at the top, and they have to basically fight their way to the top of this building. And it's just a gunfight scene after knife fight scene after. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't remember what that guy's name is, but he's really good at Salat. Yeah. But it was, I think he's like, Tony Jaa stopped because he had some spiritual crisis or something like that, where he didn't want to be a star and he was more into the spiritual part of Thai boxing or something like that. I don't know. And then he tried to come back. He did a couple movies. What's the Chinese guy's name? He did Danny Wu, the guy who did what's the guy? The freaking Ip Man, the Ip Man series. Yeah, I don't think he hurt himself at all during any of those movies. He like never broke an ankle or an arm or anything. Tony Jaa was nasty. And it's Thailand. So he was hitting people. Like not, he wasn't giving you 100%, but he was definitely putting in 60 at least. That's what you pay the stuntmen for. You pay them to get punched in the face. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump off this building. I'm going to come down on your head like this with my forearm, with my elbow, and I want you to act like it hurts. Like, oh, that's no problem. You can pay me for the day. I'll do whatever you say. Yeah, he was basically like, he was in line to be the Jackie Chan of Thai boxing. Like that second movie he made, Ung Bak 2, where he's like, people are stealing the artifacts from his town or something. Awful. Awful. And that chick from Chocolate was no joke. She was no joke. Almost there, you guys. Almost there. Yeah. And that's what the Raid is like. And like there's a scene where a guy falls off a building and hits an air conditioner unit on the way down, and they use it in the movie. Ooh. It's like, God damn. Yeah, it's really like all the films coming out of Thailand and I think there's a lot ones out of India, Malaysia. That's where it's out of. This does not look like it fits, guys. Yeah, really good films. If you pay a guy, you pay a guy a few shillings and he'll jump off the building. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. All right. So we got a bit of sample of what it's going to look like on the car. And it looks like my front is a little too far back. Unless I've tried to get GRPs that have some kind of tread on them, because that might work. Okay, let's put this on a car stand. Was it a good idea? Probably not. Oh my God. Yes, I am. Dude, what was the name of that movie? Oh God. There was like the devil or something, and there was this other movie. Oh God. It was about like this like serial killer guy who got out of prison, and I think that was The Devil Maybe Do It one. And there was another one called like Chiller or something, man. Oh, they were so good. So good. Like, I mean, some of it is stuff that's a little bit off the beaten track. But yeah, most of those Korean films are fantastic. I Saw the Devil, yes. Uncle, yes, and that's the other one. Yeah, those were freaking great. I Saw the Devil was fantastic. And I think Uncle was the other one, and they were both like that. Those came out like what, early 2000? No, not early 2000s, like 2010, something like that. Great movies. All right, guys, I'm almost afraid to cut the wheel wells out of this thing. The Chaser, that's what it is. I Saw the Devil in The Chaser. I don't know if I saw Uncle. The Chaser was dope. Is Ichi the Killer Korean? I think it's Japanese. Was Uncle the one with the boxer? What was it? The one with the boxer? Where like he did that thing where you like bow his head into your arm and you punch him in the forehead and break your hand. That was pretty good too. The Pope's Exorcist. I never saw that. Sounds cool though. All right. Well, there you go. That's what I'm looking at, you guys. I don't know. Looks like it'll work, but the rears are not touching. This one's touching. And the rears aren't touching. The fronts are touching now. They'll use like a narrower offset on the front. But if I use GRPs might be better. The Pope's Exorcist. That's kind of new, isn't it? Or maybe it's something else with the Pope's Exorcist. 2023, yeah. It's got a little kid like puking up a bird. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Russell Crowe's in there. Hmm. Yeesh. That sounds nasty. What was that freaking movie? Oh, God. The Human Centipede. Did you guys see that? And the Human Centipede 2? It was like Human Centipede is like along the lines of like a Saw movie. It's just ugh. All right, guys. You know, I'll cut this tomorrow. You know what? I'm not going to cut it tonight. It looks like my just a little bit off, anyways. But it's okay if they come out the back a little bit. Let's see. I saw the devil. Yeah. Thanks, Ricky Jug and Reed, for liking the stream. Yeah. They were disturbing. Real disturbing. I was like, why? Oh, God. There's another movie called Walrus that the guy who did Clerks did. That is kind of like another body horror style movie. Not as bad as the Human Centipede, but it gets up there. Thanks for the sub, whoever that was. This thing's got the worst. We should do a movie watch. I want to be able to we could all just hit this play button at the same time. What's up, Ricky? I'm looking at this, guys. I'm looking at this project, and I'm like, why did I do that? Because I had this body and I had nothing to do with it. Like, I don't have any more GT cars to put it on, and it seemed like a waste to do that. And now it's just going to be on a buggy, I guess. It'll be something to do. Something to do. Hey, is Chris Castle in here? All right. Well, I think I'm going to give it a ghost on this one. Because I'm definitely going to paint it now. But, you know, I got it as far as it needs to go for right now. With these up, I think everything's going to fit. I'll cut the wheel wells out another day. How long have I been out here? It's been 2 hours and 23 minutes. All right. That's a pretty cool project. Let's hope it pans out. I'm not super. Well, no, I guess once the wheels are down, not super stoked on the back end. I may have to cut out the back bumper a little high so the back wheels don't rub on the thing. You know what I really should be doing, you guys? I need to decide what I'm going to take off of this wall. Too many cars up here. I want to put this on the wall, but there's no space for it. Added no space. It's no space. It's no space, my man. It's no space, my man. It's no good. Let's go back to this stupid thing. Put the top back on it. I cannot seem to get the rear to be high enough. It just does not want to cooperate. Do I have enough body clips around? Looks like I do. Looks like I do. Pull from a headless shell. Now the nameless dwell. They hold your key and turn your knob. This thing was the coolest thing. I don't know. Oh, I know why. I bought this because I had purchased I purchased the parts to upgrade that buggy, and in order to get it right, I was going to have to spend another $100. I was like, nope, not going to do it. And the guy would only give me store credit. So I bought this. Yeah, those movies are like it's like the Saw series. The Saw series is like, dude, come on. I guess it was a body horror, or whatever you want to call it. It was just breaking people's arms and legs and throwing them in pits of needles. Okay. I guess it's scary. It's gross. But scary? Don't think so. Anybody in the air going to Mimi's tomorrow? There we go. That should do it. It's probably a little too high, but this body weighs like a freaking ton. I get up, I get down. My Uzi weighs a ton. And it's still low in the back. You see that? That's a body thing. And all that travel in the back, and like 2 millimeters of travel in the front. Very upsetting. I had such high hopes for this car. All right, ladies and gents, I think I'm going to call it here at the 2 hour and 30-minute marks, about 3 minutes. I'm going to eat something and go to sleep. I know you guys got to go to work in the morning, just like I do. Tomorrow, or no, Thursday, I'm actually going to start putting motors into fifth scales. That's my project at that point. Hopefully the body for that other car will be somewhat done. I can show you guys where that project is. But these are these? No, they're single. Oh, but that wasn't anything important. These are the 30 degree north 38 cc's, I think is what this is. Yeah, 38 cc's. It's supposed to be really good and not a lot of money. I don't know if they're ported or anything like that, but they do have what is that called? CNC'd aluminum on the bottom. I don't know how important that part of it is, but seen a few videos. They look like they run pretty good, so I'm going to try them out in my 5T and my 5B, and then swap my 32cc Rovin motor into my, what's that thing called? The XR5, because I have a, what is that thing? Something in the chat. What's in the chat? Let me check my Twitch chat. Dylan, Tavares, Dylon, and Dylon. Look at that. So nice. It's so plush in the back, but you get nothing. No suspension travel in the front. Ugh. It's horrible. Horrible, I tell you. I hate wasting money. Well, I mean, I don't hate it that much, obviously, because I get a lot of wasted money in this wall. All right, boys and girls, I am going to get up off of here. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. The Thursday night, 8 p.m. stream runs a bit later than this, and we go 3 hours on that one. So I will see you guys on Thursday night. Thank you all for joining me. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch and hit me up on Facebook if you want to talk RC stuff, movies, stuff like that. All right. Bye, guys.